So the first type of special determinant is symmetric determinant. Here, as in matrices, symmetric determinant means symmetricness about the diagonal line of the determinant. So we are talking that about the diagonal line of the determinant, all the elements that are present are symmetric. As in matrices, here also the form in which it comes out to be is the same as it comes out to be in matrices. All the elements about the diagonal lines are same. So the symmetric term is used exactly as in matrices. So if we have A, B, C here and these elements being D, E, F, then this determinant to be symmetric about the diagonal line, which is this, all the elements have to be equal. So here we need to have D, here we need to have E, here we need to have F. So this determinant looks symmetric about the diagonal line. So that's why this is said to be the symmetric determinant. Let's take the next special determinant. The skew symmetric determinant. Again, skew symmetric determinant has been defined exactly the way as it was defined in matrices. That is, all the elements above the diagonal line must be the opposite of each other. So, the first condition for skew symmetric determinants is that all the elements on the diagonal line must be 0. Now, all the elements about this diagonal line must be the opposite of each other. All the elements symmetrical about this diagonal line must be the opposite of each other. In the case of symmetric determinant, the elements were equal to each other. But in the case of skew symmetric determinant, all the elements about the diagonal line symmetrically placed about the diagonal line must be the opposite of each other. So, if we have here D, E, F, then here we should have the opposite of this element, which is minus D. Here we should have the opposite of this element, which is minus E. Here we should have the opposite of this element, which is minus F. So this is a case of skew symmetric determinant. Now one property about skew symmetric determinant is that whenever a skew symmetric determinant is of order odd, i.e. of order 1 or 3 or 5 or any odd number, whenever a skew symmetric determinant is of an odd order, that is of order 1 or order 3 or order 5, then the value of the determinant can be directly said to be 0. So here the order was 3 by 3, so order is 3, that is odd. So the value of determinant can be said to be 0 without knowing the values of D, E, F. Irrespective of the values of D, E, F, the value of the determinant is going to be 0 here. Let's take an example to be sure of this. Let's say we have order 1. Now what is the diagonal line over here? The element itself. So how can this be skew symmetric determinant if the element is 0? Now let's take a determinant of order 3. So this is the diagonal line. So all the elements on this diagonal line must be 0. Let's suppose the other elements are 2, 4, 7. So these elements are minus 2, minus 4, minus 7. Now let's calculate the value of this determinant. Let's say we take this column. So this is equal to 0. We are left with this determinant 0 0 minus 7 7 minus 2. We are left with this determinant 2 0 minus 7 4 plus minus 4. We are left with this determinant 2 4 0 7. What does the value come out to be? The first determinant multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. The second determinant is 2 times 0 minus of minus 28, that is 28. So this is 56. The third element, it is minus 4 times 14 minus 0. This is equal to minus 56. So what is the sum? 0 plus 56 minus 56. This comes out to be 0. As you can see, we have verified the property. For order 1 it was 0, for order 3 it was 0. So whenever the order is odd, in a skew symmetric determinant, the value of the determinant comes out to be 0. Now let's take one more example. Let's say we have a determinant that is 0 0 3 minus 3. Is this a skew symmetric determinant? Let's see. First property, all the elements on the diagonal line must be 0. It satisfies this property. The second thing, all the elements symmetrically placed about the diagonal line must be the negative of each other. So here the element is 3. The symmetrically placed element is this, which is the negative of this. So this condition is also satisfied. So this is a skew symmetric determinant. Let's find out the value of this. 0 minus 9. This is equal to 9, which is not equal to 0. This is not equal to 0. How can this be possible? If you remember, we said that the value of the skew symmetric determinant is 0 whenever the order is odd. Here the order is 2, which is an even number. So it won't come out to be 0. So always remember then that the value of the skew symmetric determinant is 0 whenever the order is odd. For even, we can't say this. Let's take this next special type of determinant, which is very important in questions, which is the circulant determinant. What does this circulant determinant mean? Circulant determinant means that the determinant has all the elements be placed in a cyclic manner. What do we mean by a cyclic manner? Let's say in the first row we have the elements A, B and C. So in the second row we'll start from this element, the second element, and go in the same order, that is B, C and A. In the third row we have C, A and B. So this is a cyclic circulant determinant because all the elements are in a cyclic order. The value of this determinant can be directly said to be minus of A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC. So whenever you see elements in a cyclic order, you can directly apply this formula and get the value of the determinant. Let's solve how do we get this formula. So we had the cyclic determinant Let's solve it. Taking this row A multiplied by CBA minus B multiplied by BCA plus C multiplied by BACC. Expanding the two ordered determinants, we get this is equal to A times CB minus A square minus B times B square minus CA plus C times AB minus C square. So we get ABC minus A square minus A cube minus B cube plus ABC minus C cube. So this can be written as 3ABC minus A cube minus B cube minus C cube equal to minus of A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC. This is the formula we were talking about. So now let's take some very special kind of matrices which have their values in some specified order, in such a order that whenever we see that order, we directly apply a formula and get the value. They are so common that we many times see that order. Let's infer from some examples what I am talking about. So what we are going to do now is we are going to talk about some very special determinants. These are some determinants which we see a lot. So what our aim would be is to find out a formula so that whenever we see the order, we directly apply the formula. We'll calculate now what the formula will be. We'll be expanding the determinant and seeing that can we get a very simplified form that we can directly apply whenever we see this order. So let's take the first one, which is 1a square, 1b square and 1c square. What the value of this determinant comes out to be a minus b minus c minus a. Let's see how. Taking this row, we get 1 times b square c minus 1 times a square c plus 1 times b square b. Now expanding this, we get bc square minus b square c minus ac square plus a square c plus ab square minus a square b. So how can we get something in common? We need to find something which is common here so that we can take it out and simplify our equation. Let's see. If we take c square common from these elements, what do we get? C square b minus a. Okay, now we are done with these two elements. We got a thing common, that is b minus a. Can we get this common from other things as well? Let's see. Common, what are we going to get? B square minus a square. Now b square minus a square can also be written as b minus a, b plus a. So we can get a b minus a. So let's take it. Minus c, b square minus a square. That can be written as b minus a times b plus a. We are left with these two terms. We will take ab common so that we get a b minus a here also. So our expression comes out to be this. We can take b minus a common, so we get b minus a c square minus c times b plus a plus ab. What does this come out to be? So let's expand this. This is b minus a c square minus CB minus CA plus AB. Now can we get another common from this over here? We have C square minus CB minus CA plus AB. What we are trying is to find another common. So can we get it? If we take C common from here, what do we get? We get C minus B. Now if we take minus A common from here, what do we get? Again we get minus A times C minus B. So we have taken out a common. So this can be written as C minus B. What is inside? C minus A. So basically, what do we get? We get B minus A, C minus B, C minus A. This is our simplified equation. Multiplying this by minus 1 and this by minus 1, we get A minus B, B minus C, C minus A. So we have found out a simplified version of this determinant. So whenever we see a determinant of this type, when values are 1 some value and then squared, 1 some value squared, we can directly apply this formula. Let's take the next very special matrix. So the next special matrix is special determinant, or we can say, is 1a a cube, 1b b cube, 1c c cube. So we are talking about a determinant in which we see values of type 1 then some value and its cube, 1 some value its cube. So we have a direct formula which is a minus b, b minus c, c minus a times a plus b plus c. So whenever we see a determinant of this type, we can directly apply this formula. Let's try to find out how. How do we come to this equation? We have 1b c cube b cube c minus 1 a c cube a cube c plus 1 a b cube a cube b. What do we get? We get bc cube minus b cube c minus ac cube plus a cube c plus ab cube minus b a cube. Now let's see what can we take common from here. If we take this term and this term, what do we get? We get c cube b minus a. So we have got a b minus a term here. So trying to make b minus a terms in other terms as well. So we have taken these two terms. Now let's take these two terms. What do we get? Plus c, or let's say minus c. We get b cube minus a cube. Can b cube minus a cube be written in some form of b minus a multiplied by something? Yes, we know a formula. We can write this as b minus a, b square plus a square plus ab. And last two terms can be written as plus ab. What we get is b square minus a square, which can be written as b minus a, b plus a. So taking b minus a common, we get c cube minus c b square minus c a square minus abc plus ab square plus a square b. So let's see, can we get other commons here? What can we get? Now let's say we take c common from here. We get c minus b, c plus b. Let's say now we need to find c minus b from other terms. So how can we get that? Take minus a square common from these two terms. We get c minus b. Now take plus minus ab common from these two terms. We get c minus b. So taking c minus b out, what do we get? We get b minus a, c minus b. Inside we get c square plus bc minus a square minus ab. Now can this be expanded as well? Can we get a b minus c term from here? Let's see. Now if we take minus a square minus ab, c square plus bc, ab, so taking c square minus a square, what do we get? C minus a, c plus a. Taking b common, we get c minus a. So simply we can take c minus a again common. We get b minus a, c minus b, c minus a, and a plus b plus c. This is left out in the bracket. So we have simplified our determinant into this form of equation. So whenever we will see this type of determinant having 1, then some value, then some its cubed in all the columns or all the rows, we will directly apply this formula. There is one more very special type of determinant. So what does the third special determinant say? It says whenever we see a determinant of the form 1, some value cubed, some value squared, and then some value cubed in all the rows, we can directly apply a formula directly apply this formula to get the value of this determinant. So we talked about 3 very special determinants. Whenever we see these 3 determinants, we directly apply the formulas which we talked about. So let's take a look at them again. What are their kinds? So the first one was 1a square type in all the rows. The second one was 1a cube types. The third one is 1a square a cubed. So whenever we see any determinant, a determinant of either of these 3, we directly apply the formulas we know. This will save us a lot of time.